Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is week 4 of our NaNoWriMo challenge. If you're new here, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome, happy to have you. There are 3 other parts already on my channel. They're in a playlist. You can go find them really easy and watch them. If you don't want to right now, that's fine. You don't need to watch the other videos to understand what's going on in this video if you're here for just writing vlog content. So NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month. It's this challenge to write 50k words in the month of November. We are well on our way there. We are gonna hit 50k words this week. We have 43 about 1,000 words. If you've watched any of the other videos, you know 7,000 words. Easy peasy. The challenge this week is gonna be how far over that we can go. My project this year, I have been watching a lot of Supernatural, and I basically wanted to do a version of that type of show, that type of horror, monster of the episode focused on the Midwest, those all themes I want to do where it was focusing on women. So pretty much all my characters are lesbians. I have a Pinterest board with a bunch of Midwest Gothic photos. I have some reference photos for my characters. And then I have a playlist that's a lot of Chappell Roan, Amelia Day, Paramore and Hayley Williams, Florence and the Machine. There's a Lucy Dacus song. Girl in Red is on here. There's a Phoebe Bridgers song. There's a Last Dinner Party song. And then there's a little bit of All About Eve, Cocteau Twins, Susie and the Banshees, Pat Benatar, and a couple other like goth rock or 80s rock bands by women. I'm pretty sure every single song on here is either by a woman artist or from a woman-fronted band. Thank you for watching. Happy to go on this journey with you all, and let's get ready for our last week. Today is day 22 in our NaNoWriMo challenge. We're on our last week, and I do not feel very motivated today. It's a good thing I only have to write 300 words. I'm still on part 7. I'm maybe halfway through it. I don't think I'm gonna finish it today. I think I'm gonna need another 2 days at least to finish it. I am like at the tail end, like I probably could finish it today if I wanted to, but I do not want to. So I feel like I don't remember anything I've written the last 21 days. Like I just opened it and I was like, what was I doing again? So not feeling very motivated. In fact, I went and I wanted a Coke and I told myself I couldn't have a Coke unless I did my writing. So let's see. Hopefully this one doesn't explode. There we go. Tomorrow is the beginning of Etsy's Black Friday sale, the 23rd. So I was experimenting with just something small and new I can make to just add to the shop for Black Friday. So I made these. They're soap savers, so if you have a bar soap, you put it in and you basically kind of use it like a loofah. And whenever the bar soap gets down to like the really tiny splinters, they get absorbed into the yarn. So you can use every last drop of the soap, basically. So I used some white for that. They seem to work well. I have a basic pattern I'm happy with. And then I have this green, which I'm pretty sure is cotton, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think it'll work. So I'm gonna make a couple more of those. And then I wanna make a couple of Kindle sleeves. And I wanna make these so I can launch them tomorrow or Monday. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I have this purple and I have some black. But that's kind of all I'd be working with for the Kindle sleeves. So I haven't decided yet. I do have some pink actually. I'll give you guys a tour of everything I make tomorrow during my little intro. But yeah, I'm not doing any homework today. My brain cannot take it, and I don't have anything that's pressing enough that I have to do homework today. I can probably an hour or two knock everything out tomorrow. This whole week, I'm gonna warn you guys, is gonna be just me being overwhelmed every single day. So I should stop being overwhelmed and just write and get it over with so that it's not pressing on me. Yeah, we only need 230 words. We'll see how far we get. I'll come update you whenever I'm done. and we'll see. All right, I have been writing for 45 minutes. That's what I got. 1,000 to 11. I know that's still good, that's still fine, that's more than I need to be writing. But I was like, oh, maybe I can get through this part today, and then I just kind of went, nope, not happening. So yeah, I need at least one more day on part 7 before I can finish it. I only need 5,000 words left before I reach our goal, so that is nice. But here are our graphs. I finished my Coke just in time. And now I'm gonna turn on some TV and crochet so I don't have to think. Day 22. Off to a start. Not a strong start, but you know, sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes you just need to start. Happy Sunday, everyone. It is day 23. I hate that my chair squeaks so much, and I hate that I can't sit still. Let me show you what I made yesterday. So first of all, we have 5 soap savers now. Look at those. Excellent. I probably could have made one more with the green, but I didn't want to. And then I made 3 Kindle sleeves. 2 of them are purple and 1 is black. They're not, you can tell I haven't woven in my ends yet. They're not done. I have buttons that I need to sew on. So the button goes, I should show you with the purple one. Why am I showing you with the black one? Everyone knows black yarn is impossible to see. Button goes there, and then the loop goes around it and holds it shut. So I have quite a bit to do today, actually. We have my writing, obviously. I have some homework. It's mostly peer responses. I need to add the buttons to those, and then I need to photograph them and do all the work that I need to list them, which usually means weighing them and writing descriptions. And I don't think the sale starts until tonight at 10 p.m. So assuming I get this done before 10 p.m., they should be up by the time the sale starts. I haven't decided. I think I'll discount the sleeves. Yeah, and then I need to figure out the sizing for those, because I have a Kindle Paperwhite, so it does fit my Kindle, but I need to make sure I list the correct sizes in the title. So we need to get done with our writing today so we can get down to all that. Don't know how far we're gonna get. We may finish part 7, we may not. Again, I only have 200 words, so I'm just gonna write for a bit and see what happens. Maybe I really don't have that much left in part 7. Really, the thing that needs to happen is my main character needs to freak out, and then there's like one conversation that happens, and that's the end of the part. So I think we could do that today, but I also, you know, I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to get too eager, but we'll get into it, and I'll come back and I'll show you what I did, and we'll see if we get to part 8. Okay, that is day 23 done. We have 46,195. We were at 1750 today. That's crazy. That 12 might be the lowest I've written of any day. It still looks like we're gonna finish on the 25th, but that's 2 days. So we only have just under 4,000 words left. That's what this number is right here, by the way. 92% done. It's looking good. I did start part 8. I finished part 7, I start part 8. So I'm excited for part 8, but a lot happens in it. So I'm hoping I finish it this week before this video ends, but in case I don't, a lot of stuff happens in part 8. But yeah, that's our writing for today. I need to go do my homework now. It's day 24 of our NaNoWriMo challenge. It's November 24th, it's a Monday. Before we get into writing, I finished Dark Places by Gillian Flynn last night. If you watched the last video, I was reading Dark Places and I was throwing out some theories. I was very, very wrong. One of them was kind of close, but no, I was wrong. The person it ended up being, I didn't suspect, because I just felt like they were a lot of bark and no bite. Like they caused a lot of problems, but I didn't think they had it in them to do something like that. I thought they were crazy, but not that type of crazy. Did you hear that? What the hell? People need to stop revving their trucks. It did get me a little bit. I did kind of I figured it out like one chapter before the reveal. I do think now that I've read all 3 of Gillian Flynn's books, I think my ranking for them is Sharp Objects, Gone Girl, and Dark Places. Dark Places, like, it was good. It didn't feel as, like, clean and neat as Sharp Objects, definitely not. And it didn't have like the dysfunction that I was hoping for. Because I think what I really like about her books is like, yes, there's a crime, yes, there's a clear bad guy, but the main character is also no better and comes out the end of the story haunted by the narrative. The end of Sharp Objects is just so perfect. Like, you have the crime solved, but maybe it should have stayed unsolved, you know? And the ending of Gone Girl is also perfect. But you get to the end of Dark Places and it's kind of like, whoopee, we solved a case. And so it didn't hit as hard for me. But it was still very good. I enjoyed it more than I enjoy most thrillers. Because I feel like a lot of thrillers are just plot twists and shock for the sake of shock and the sake of surprise and tricking the audience instead of focusing on telling a good story. And I don't like that. That wasn't the case with this one. This one, I didn't guess it correctly, but it did. I had a bunch of pieces where I was like, these are all relevant, and the resolution kind of made them all click. There are a couple things that I don't totally get, but it's fine. It was still fun. It was still very good. So now I am reading nonfiction. I haven't read a nonfiction book in a while. So I'm reading Let This Radicalize You by Kelly Hayes and Miriam Kaba. So it's all about advocacy, which I wanted to read that this year. What else did I do? Yesterday I got the shop updated. I got everything up on the shop. I did my homework. I was pretty much working until 5 p.m. Either doing writing, schoolwork, or updating the shop. I have here, I can show you. If you watched, maybe it was week 2 when I talked about this, I got commissioned to make this sweater for a friend of mine. I have one sleeve. The sleeve isn't done, but it's almost there. It comes to like my wrist, so I'm gonna add, a couple more inches to it. But yeah. So that's where we are with that. I was working on that pretty late last night. And then I think my next homework assignment due is, it's some paper that's due on Sunday, but it's a big assignment, so I think I have to start. It's called my project management reflection. That could mean literally anything. I'm making chocolate chip cookies right now. I'm making brown butter chocolate chip cookies. I just browned my butter and I'm waiting. I popped it in the fridge so it wouldn't burn. Need to edit today. Need to edit this video. Most of the things I'm contributing to Thanksgiving this year are baked goods. I'm making a pull-apart bread as like a snack throughout the day. And then I make a baked mac and cheese, and we're doing a cake this year. We usually do pie, but do a cake this year. So all of that I can make in advance. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna do the bread, and Wednesday I'm gonna do the cake, and then I'm gonna make the mac and cheese. Usually what I do is, so I'm not in, because I have to have 2 burners for that, so I'm not in my mom's way while she's doing like turkey and stuffing. I usually make the mac and cheese, make the sauce, I put it in a casserole dish, I put it in the fridge, and then the next day I put the topping on and bake it. And that works pretty well. I use a recipe from the New York Times, their baked mac and cheese. 10 out of 10 recommend. The only thing I'll say is they do not season it at all. Add some mustard, add some more paprika, add some onion powder. Chef's kiss. I want to reach 50k words tomorrow. We're gonna keep writing for the 5 days after that, don't worry. That's gonna be more like, how much can we do? Instead of trying to hit the 50k goal. I have 3,800 words left. To reach 50k words tomorrow, I have to write 19k today and tomorrow. I think we can do that. That's our goal for today. The part 8, which I started yesterday, I am very excited to work on part 8. It's a little bit longer. I'm not sure I'll finish it, but it gets really into demons, and something about demons, something about my Irish Catholic upbringing makes me really like demons. I think we should just get started. I'm probably gonna turn on... I usually, instead of adding stuff to my liked songs on Spotify, I usually make a playlist, kind of seasonally, for whatever I'm listening to then. So I'm gonna listen to my Fall 2025 playlist, which is just a lot of Taylor Acorn and The Haunt, honestly. Because I don't want to listen to the playlist for this project right now. I'm getting a little bored with it. I think I need to add something new to it, but I also have 5 days left. Or I have 6 days left, but I don't want to mess with it, so I'm gonna listen to that, and I will see you guys later. Whenever I hit my goal, basically. I hope I can hit like 2,000 words. That would be really nice. So I'll get into that. Okay guys, I just finished. Sorry if you can hear someone riding their lawnmower behind me. It's one of my neighbors. We hit 48, 165. That's kind of where I want it to be, 1970. That was like pulling teeth. I didn't think that would be that difficult, but it was quite difficult. But yeah, that we should be able to finish tomorrow on the 25th. Because yeah, look, 1835, perfect. That's like right about where I want to be. But yeah, that was a struggle to get through. I kept looking at my word count and being like, am I close? And no, every single time I was not close until right now. It's 4:44. I don't remember exactly when I started writing, but it was like 2:30 or something. I was writing for a solid 2 hours, and I should not have been doing that. So yeah, we're gonna finish it tomorrow. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for hitting 50K. Look at us. Hi everyone, it's day 25. We have, counting today, 6 days left. It is Tuesday. I am ready to write. I am ready to finish. We have 18K about words left to go. I believe in us. We can do it today. So we'll let you guys know when I reach 50K words. We can do it. Yesterday I made some cookies and they were so good. They came out better than I could have ever imagined. So good. I have been experimenting lately. My dad taught me how to make cookies and we always made them like Toll House back of the bag recipe. And I was like, that's the ideal way to make a cookie. There's no improving upon that. There is. So the ones I made yesterday had browned butter and I chilled them in the fridge for 2-ish hours. Oh, this wasn't intentional, but for whatever reason my mom bought dark brown sugar instead of light brown sugar. So that's what I had and that's what I used. These are the softest cookies I have ever made. They're perfect. They taste like caramel from the brown butter and the molasses and the brown sugar. They're like the most decadent things in the world. I started reading Let This Radicalize You. I like it so far. I'm not sure how far into it I am. It has a really long bibliography at the end, so I don't know how many of the pages are actual essays, but I read the first 2 chapters. It's very good. I feel like I'm learning things. I feel like my brain is getting more wrinkly. I didn't do my homework yesterday that I needed to do. I didn't do my editing, so we'll get to the end of the day and hopefully when I'm working on my bread, because today's baking project is my bread. Hopefully while I'm working on that, while that's rising, I can do some homework. But we're starting with our writing because I'm very excited about it. We're still on part 8. We're just kind of in the meat of part 8. Really getting started with it. The witch stuff is starting. So I'm excited for that. My earbuds just died, so I don't know what I'm gonna listen to because it has to be on my computer now. My dog is lying outside my door. I'm gonna see if he wants to come inside and say hi. What do you have to say to the people? Are you smiling? Are you smiling? You need a haircut. Look at that. Anyway, I'm gonna go write and I'll see you guys later. Guys, we did it. Okay, I'm going to finish the little paragraph I was working on. So I'll probably have like 50-20 or something when I'm done. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. I always love getting a picture of the exactly 50,000 words. It makes me happy. So I'll come back in a sec and show you my actual final word count for today. Yay! Yay! Okay, here's our real stopping place for today, 5191. We wrote just over 2,000 words. Here's our chart for what we've written every day. So we have pretty much every day between 1,000, 2,000 words. And then look, it may not look much different, but that got bumped up to 60. So this is where the graph stopped. Yeah, we'll have to see what we finished this week. I'm just happy we got there early. So yeah, you can see that my numbers are all like really messed up. Like -191 left. I have to write -6 words tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna ignore these two columns now because they don't make any sense, but yeah, we're at 100%. Let's go! Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. It is day 26 of our challenge. Counting today, we have 5 days left. And we finished our goal yesterday. So we don't have a word count goal for today. We can just write whatever we want. So I'm gonna turn on my do not disturb for about an hour, gonna listen to some music, and we'll just see what happens. I don't have a super busy day today. I did finally look at my assignments that are coming up, and they won't take me very long. Like if I waited until Saturday to start them, I would probably still finish them. So I have started them though. Today I am making dessert, which is a cake for tomorrow. And I need to start the mac and cheese, which basically I make the mac and cheese, put it in a casserole dish, throw it in the fridge. Those are my two goals today. I was supposed to start editing this video on Monday. Have not done that yet. Have not done that, so I need to do that. The cake needs to bake for like an hour, so that may be what I do while the cake is baking, just focusing on editing. There's a blues game on tonight. I'm still reading Let This Radicalize You. I'm not sure how far into it I am. Again, I'm on chapter 5. I'll give my video after this, next Wednesday, will be my book review of everything I read in October and November. I will give a full review of it then. There are gonna be some weird ones in that review. And then I got my Kindle Unlimited back today. I really only read romance books on Kindle Unlimited, and most of the time I can't justify having it for more than a couple of months. So what I usually do is your free months reset once a year, and I first got it on Black Friday. So I get 3 free months on Black Friday, and then I try to read as much as humanly possible. And sometimes if I have stuff I need to finish, I'll really get down to it in like March, and I'll like pay for 1 month, but I'll get 4 basically. I have my Kindle Unlimited back, which is extra motivation for me to finish all of my non-Kindle Unlimited books so that I can get caught up in all the fun little books on there. It's mostly romance. I made garlic and cheese pull-apart bread yesterday. Have not tried it yet. I wrapped in foil, put it in the fridge, and that is for Thanksgiving Day. But I'm excited for it. It smelled so good when it was cooking. I don't really have anything else to update you guys on. Okay, what am I working on today? Again, I don't really have to write very much. I can write as much or as little as I want. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna get today. I'm definitely not gonna finish part 8, but it'd be cool if I, get a good chunk of it done. But I'm not gonna push myself, When I'm done writing, I'm just gonna stop writing because I don't need to keep writing. So, yeah. I'll come back in like an hour and show you guys what I do. Yay! Alright, it seems like this is the second day in a row that there's been a lawnmower going as I'm trying to record this. We hit 1832 words. So there we go. And then up there, this doesn't really matter anymore because we've passed our goal. But yeah, I reached a stopping point, and I wasn't even sure how much I was writing, but that's nice. So we're all done for today. I want to finish part 8 before the end of this week. but I don't know how far into part 9 I'm gonna get. So I am on track to do that. I wrote a good chunk of part 8 today, so happy with that. Now I'm gonna go make my cake. Good morning, everyone. It is November 27th. It's day 27 of our challenge, and it's Thanksgiving. So, you know, hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. You're gonna see this well after, but hope you all who celebrate had some good food. I'm definitely having some good food later today. I do first thing want to show you the sweater, because I am pretty much done with it. It is, I need to steam it because it's bunching up a little bit, and also because these sleeves have, I'm almost positive they have the same number of rows. Yeah, they do. They just will look slightly different lengths because of tension. So I need to block it, and then honestly first I need to reach out to the person I'm making it for and make sure she's happy with it. So this is my first thing to do today. It's about 11 a.m. I've been up for like long enough to drink my coffee and watch my mom set the table. So I want to do my writing. And again, we don't have any set goals. I can just do whatever I want. So I turned to my do not disturb on. I'm just gonna write for an hour and then I'm gonna call it good. So I'm still working on part 8. I doubt I'll finish it today, because it is a pretty beefy part. A lot does happen. I'll get a good chunk of it done, hopefully, and then I'll go get to have food. Also hoping today to read more that book, Let This Radicalize You, because I'm not gonna do any homework today. I'm excited for that mac and cheese. That mac and cheese was really good last night. I have to bake that around like 2. I'm not really doing anything, so I'm gonna finish my writing, and then I'm gonna get dressed. This is the hoodie I sleep in whenever it's cold outside. So I'm gonna get dressed, and then I'm gonna go chill. So let's go ahead and get started so we can get closer to that. All right, here are my words for today. I do seem to like finish right around 17 or 18. So that's what we did today. 1786, 53809. Here's our graphs. And then here we go. I'm gonna go eat just a tiny little breakfast, even though it's almost noon. So yes. Also, I had to take my nail polish off. So regular naked nail thumbs up today. Hi everyone, it is day 28, it's November 28th of our challenge. We already finished the challenge though, so it's not really a challenge, it's just fun writing time. So again, we don't have a goal. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I went to a food coma. I finished eating and then I almost took a nap. And then we watched Wicked Part 1 again, and we're gonna watch Wicked Part 2 today. So we were preparing yesterday. I'm still reading Let This Radicalize You. I didn't really do anything besides cook all day yesterday. So my mac and cheese and my cake came out very good. And the bread came out pretty good too. So I'm happy with all of that. Let's see, I have to do some homework today. Not a lot, I don't think. I thought this assignment was going to be a much bigger deal than it was. I think that I can knock it out pretty quickly. I would love today to finish part 8. I'm not sure if we're going to get there, but we don't have much left. It's kind of one tiny fight. And it's not even really a fight. My goal was to get through part 8 for this week. So if I get through it a couple days early and I start part 9, that's all good. I'm gonna start, where did I end? I ended at 53,000 words. Almost 54,000. Yeah, I'm not sure how much more I'll write, but I will come back whenever I reach a stopping point, and we'll see what I did. Okay, and that's our writing for today. We did 2,000 words, 55,839. I finished part 8, finished part 8, I started part 9, and I wrote kind of the first section. There's a flashback at the beginning, and I love the flashbacks in this, so that was really easy to write. So I just kind of knocked that out and set up the next part. So we almost definitely won't finish part 9 before the end of this week, but you know, we have a couple of days to get a good chunk of it done. So here's our stats. We have 2 days left. I mean, we might get to 60. We might. I'm not gonna put pressure on us for that though. But yeah, so it's almost 3 p.m. I'm gonna finish this and then go do some homework. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi everyone, it is day 29. It's our second to last day. It's a Saturday, I think. And I'm very busy today, so I actually don't know how much I'm gonna get done. We were gonna watch Wicked, the second Wicked, Wicked for Good, last night. And then it turns out that the promo code we had to watch it at home was for the first Wicked, which we watched on Thanksgiving. That did not happen. And I was supposed to do homework yesterday and I didn't. I ended up cleaning out my closet. Well, half of my closet. I'm not done yet. That's where we are. So I have to do homework today. My mom, sister, and I are going out for lunch. I don't know how long I'm gonna write. I may kind of cap it at an hour, maybe even less than that. But I'll let you know what I do. I might not get very much done because I haven't really thought about this next section very much, so we'll see what happens. That's really all I have to report. I just watched a lot of Supernatural yesterday. I'm on season 10 now. I just feel like with each season, the show gets just a little less logical, but I still am watching it, so what does that say about me? Yeah, I'm still reading Let This Radicalize You. I have maybe 2 chapters left. I bet I could finish it between today and tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna listen to. I guess we're gonna tool around and figure that out. But yeah, let me go work and I'll come back in a bit. Look at that. I think that is our lowest word count of the entire month. 941 words. We're at 56,780. Look at that. I mean, I didn't need to get a big word count. We are done, but it is still kind of funny. I wrote for maybe 45 minutes and then I kind of just called it quits. I was having to look up a bunch of stuff, so that definitely slowed me down, but again, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this is where we are, the graph. And then we have 1 day left, so we'll see what we write tomorrow and what our final ending word count for November is. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow for our last day. We did it! Welcome to our last day of writing. It's day 30. I don't know how much we're gonna accomplish today because I am more focused on getting this video out than really anything else. I'm still on part 9. I'm not gonna finish part 9. Just gonna write for, half an hour, see what we do. Get a little bit of a word count in, and then we're gonna call it done. I'm very excited. If you've made it this far, thank you for coming on this journey with me. I was a little bit hesitant about doing this series, but I have really enjoyed it, and I really appreciate everyone who's watched. So, yeah, I have my coffee. I'm gonna turn on our playlist, listen to it one last time. For this month, I'll probably listen to it again in the future. And yeah, we'll get right down to it. So, I'll see you guys in half an hour. And that's a wrap. That is our final word count for the month, 58,192. 116% done with our goal. We wrote 12 words today. So that 900 was the least amount that we wrote the entire month. And that is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm proud of that. I really struggled to write 900 words before, so for that to be my low point, I'm happy with that. I can also show you our stats down here. So 58,192, 200 pages, and then we almost hit 60. Almost, we were so close. But yeah, that is our final stats. Look at that table, all beautiful and filled in. Can you remember when it was completely blank? Not anymore. For next steps for this project, I don't know when I'm gonna finish this. I probably will finish it. I would like to finish it because I'm like kind of just at the part that I'm really excited to write. It's always the middle that I don't like writing as much, which I feel like is very common. but I'm kind of at the part where things really start to happen, so I do want to continue working on it and eventually can finish it. I have to finish finals first. My last thing is due December 10th, so I may go back to this once I finish finals, but for now, it's gonna sit here for a bit, and that's fine. But I may do a TikTok or something if I work on it again in the future, so either follow me on TikTok and stay tuned for that, or just keep an eye on the shorts part of my page, because I do post shorts occasionally. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to see more, hear more about my writing, go ahead and subscribe. You can like this video, let me know that this is something you guys are interested in. Leave a comment, let me know if you did NaNoWriMo and how it turned out. Let me know how your Thanksgiving went if you celebrated. You can also follow me on my TikTok or my Fable account if you're interested in the books that I read. If any of the things I showed for my Etsy shop seem interesting to you, they should still be on sale when this video comes out. I think the sale ends December 2nd, maybe December 3rd, so you have a couple of days. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for our normal content.